ជនព្រះអង្គជាព្រះសាបញ្ញបុត្រនាងមទេបរិសាជាញានាងមទេបរិសន្តមាព្រះអញ្ចឹងតារយសេងទេសេនតោអមេទាំងបទាបបិនព្រះអង្គជាបរងអាចជានៃខ្ញុំសូមនមស្ការព្រះអង្គបបិនព្រះអង្គជាបរងអន្តមខ្ញុំសូមនមស្ការព្រះអង្គព្រះអង្គការសំដែងនៅអមតៈបនគឺព្រះនិព្វានយ៉ាងជន់បច្រានដល់ឆ្លងវងតាំងក៏បានរូបទេសីលេសមាធមេបញ្ញាយ៉ាងចាសាទិសោវិមុតតិយាសម្ញសមោធម្មចក្របវតនេព្រះអង្គមិនមានបងក៏ស្មាក្នុងព្រះរូបផងសាផងសមាធិផងបញ្ញាផងព្រះស្មាដែរព្រះពន្ធទាំងឡាយដែលមិនមានបងក៏ស្មាចំពោះវិបត្តិទេធម៌នឹងកាយយ៉ាងធម្មចាងឲ្យប្រប្រតិលាភាលាភេនសញ្ចិនទេសម្មាននេវិមាននេបខវៃសតិសាបុទ្ធាតស្មាតេនវិរោធិយាព្រះពុទ្ធទាំងឡាយមានใจស្មារតីផែនដីមិនជាប់ចំពាក់ក្នុងលៀមនិងអាលៀមក្នុងការរាប់អានក្នុងការមើលងាយហែនលំបុគ្គលមកគង់បីឲ្យឆ្កងឆ្កងនឹងព្រះពុទ្ធទាំងឡាយនោះឡើយ
This is Joseph right here.
Native of Chennai, India, 66-year-old Joseph, known locally as the Birdman, started feeding birds when they appeared on his rooftop after the huge tsunami hit Tamil Nadu in 2004.
15 years, almost 20 years, 25 years started, and the parents is coming to the tsunami.
The word spread quickly among the bird community, and before he knew it, Joseph was providing food for up to 6,000 parakeets every single day.
Every day, 2 times per day, 2 times. Only single man army.
He developed a system on his terrace to lay down rows of thick wooden planks where he places small piles of rice.
How much rice do you have every day?
Another option for watering your trees is a soaker hose. These allow for slow watering and work best with small to medium-sized
The hungry
trees.
birds come twice
Don't
daily,
forget to do your
eating
screwdriver
35
test
kilos
first.
at
If it
sunrise
shows that
and
you need
35
water,
more before
encircle your tree
sunset.
with the soaker hose and turn on the faucet. Now, most soaker hoses take about 4 hours to put out about an inch of water. You'll need to
Of
put out an
course,
inch or two
feeding
of water
thousands
a
of
week in a
birds
drought.
costs a lot of
So after
money.
4 hours, test the ground with your
And
screwdriver
Joseph
again to
pays
see
for
if
it
your
all
tree's
out
got
of
the water
pocket,
it
using
needs.
40%
If it
of his
doesn't,
income
water some
as a
more.
camera technician by day. But caring for
The
birds has
last way
become
to
his
water your
passion,
trees is
and
with
he
a
hasn't
sprinkler.
missed a feeding
This is
day in
probably the fastest
15
method.
years.
Once again, you're going to start with a screwdriver test. If the ground is dry, set the sprinkler near your tree and let it run. Put out about an inch of water on the ground.
You can see the birds are starting to
How much is an
gather
inch? There's an easy
on
way
the
to find
buildings
out.
nearby.
Just put a tuna or crab
Standing
skin
right
next to
now
your
is going to be
sprinkler
covered with
and time
birds
how long it takes to
coming
fill
for
up.
dinner.
The average sprinkler puts out about an inch of water every 30 minutes. But this test should give you a better idea for your particular equipment.
And
Once you know how long
was
it
like
takes to put out an
magic.
inch of water,
Thousands of
just
bright
set your
green
timer.
birds
Move your
right in
sprinkler
front of
to a
my
new
eyes,
position every
waiting
time
their
it
turn
goes
to
off.
dive in head
Don't
first
forget to
and
use your
eat some
screwdriver
rice.
to make sure
They
you're
all sit
watering
peacefully
deeply
in
enough.
rows, kind of like kindergartners at lunchtime. It's a moment that I'll never forget.
A quick and easy way
After
to water a
being at
new
Joseph's
tree
home
is
for
with
only
a
1
5-gallon
hour,
bucket.
I can truly
Just
sense
drill a
how
couple
much he
small
loves
holes in
these
the bottom.
birds.
Set it
Seeing them
next to
fly
your small
happy and
tree,
healthy
fill
makes
it
his
up,
day
and let it
every
slowly
day,
flow
and it's
out.
really humbling to witness.
We all know trees are important. They boost your property values. They shade your house, which reduces your electricity bill. They help clean the air you breathe and the water you drink. Now take a minute to imagine this world without them. This drought has been relentless, and its effects unprecedented. The most important thing you can do for your trees right now is to water them every week. It's a small price to pay, literally just pennies per gallon, for all the benefits they provide.
Another option for watering your trees is a soaker hose. These allow for slow watering and work best with small to medium-sized trees. Don't forget to do your screwdriver test first. If it shows that you need water, encircle your tree with the soaker hose and turn on the faucet. Now, most soaker hoses take about 4 hours to put out about an inch of water, and you'll need to put out an inch or two of water a week in a drought. So after 4 hours, test the ground with your screwdriver again to see if your tree's got the water it needs. And if it doesn't, water some more. The last way to water your trees is with a sprinkler. This is probably the fastest method. Once again, you're going to start with a screwdriver test. If the ground is dry, set the sprinkler near your tree and let it run until you've put out about an inch of water on the ground. How much is an inch? There's an easy way to find out. Just put a tuna or cat food can next to your sprinkler and time how long it takes to fill up. The average sprinkler puts out about an inch of water every 30 minutes, but this test should give you a better idea for your particular equipment. Once you know how long it takes to put out an inch of water, just set your timer and move your sprinkler to a new position every time it goes off. Don't forget to use your screwdriver to make sure you're watering deeply enough. A quick and easy way to water a new tree is with a 5-gallon bucket. Just drill a couple small holes in the bottom, set it next to your small tree, fill it up, and let it slowly flow out.
We all know trees are important. They boost your property values. They shade your house, which reduces your electricity bill. They help clean the air you breathe and the water you drink. Now take a minute to imagine this world without them. This drought has been relentless and its effects unprecedented. The most important thing you can do for your trees right now is to water them every week. It's a small price to pay, literally just pennies per gallon, for all the benefits they provide.
My name is Dan Hines. Currently, I'm acting sub-foreman on the night shift for sanitation. Our shift is from 8:30 p.m. to 7 a.m., 7 nights a week. Typical workday, well, first we set up all the work for everybody, crews disperse out into the city of Vancouver and take care of everything that has to get done overnight in this city. The street sweepers are out, crews out on the Granville Mall, all throughout the downtown core, out cleaning the sidewalks, picking up all the litter cans throughout the city from east to west. We have a flusher truck that goes through the lanes. Nights is not for everybody. For me, it works, though. I like the night shift. For one thing, you don't have any traffic to deal with. You can get around the city a lot easier. It's peaceful. It's peaceful. There's not a lot going on other than our work at night. My crew is what keeps me going. If you come to night shift, you spend any time on night shift, you'll realize right away, we're a family. It's the coolest crew I've ever worked with. I've worked with a lot of crews in a lot of different jobs, and they're great crews. I've lived in Vancouver for 14 years. 13 of that's been on night shift, and it's a fulfilling feeling to go home at the end of the day knowing I'm exhausted, but we did what we had to do, and the city's in better shape for it. From sundown to sunup, we're building a city we love.
What do you reckon, Cole? The button light up? Yep, I reckon it's gonna. Hey! Then you can cross the road safely. Oi! Wait for a green man! Oh, sorry. Hey! Happy days! Right, end of play. And we've got a crossing once again. Absolutely buzzing. So what we're going to do now, just going to tidy up and then come back tomorrow and freshen a few bits up. So it's dark now. Not that we can't see what we're doing, but yeah, it's just a bit late. So see you in the morning. think I'm too tired. Just got to do all this wet leaves and soil, and you can just see, trim that bit, and once again it'll be a path and not narrow.
Place, because I've been cycling this way for years. That's never been clear.
How long has that been? It must have been about 10 years.
Yeah, well, I've been cycling up this way nearly 6 years. We've been over there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I come up round here and I thought, oh, hang on, you sort of double.
yeah,
Although I come up the stairs, but it's never been.
never realised it.
Good job. Cheers, chap.
If you haven't already, could you give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment? Just helps us get out in the world a bit more.
Alright, let's look at these bags of food real quick so we can kind of show you what he was talking about and maybe talk about the different pellet size a little more. Okay, so let's go through these different feeds here real quick. So the one we put in the feeder right now would be the Purina in the green bag there. Is that right?
Yes, that's a Purina Aquamax, and that's called a 400.
So it's a small pellet.
These fish that we just got are 2 to 3 inches. They're not going to be able to eat that 3/16 pellet right now.
Okay, so what's the difference in the green Purina bag and the blue Purina bag there?
That'll be a 400, and this will be an Aquamax 500, the next size up. That's about a 3/16, I believe it is. That's basically what we'll finish on. That's what we'll feed any of your ponds. That's what you want to feed. This pond here has no other fish in it besides what we just put in, so we'll start here. As soon as we think they're big enough, 4 or 5 inches, we may get there this year, we may not. We'll move them up to this 500.
Okay, is there a different nutrient load in the green versus the blue there?
Yeah, your 400 will have a 45% protein and a 16% fat. Your 500 is a 41% protein with a 12% fat. Your smaller fish need a higher level of protein.
Okay, and then the Triton food behind you there?
We also feed a lot of this Cargill Triton product. Very similar in size to the Aquamax. We just like to feed some different feeds. We do a lot of testing and see how they perform in our growing systems. So you can see that is a nice feed, all uniform. Like I said, those bags that you'll get, the catfish feed, you'll have some different size pellets, and it's not formulated the same. So that's why we like these products.
And these are great for bluegill and bass. They really pump the protein to the bass as well.
Yeah. Eventually, at least what we've seen, our feed-trained bass on feeders and ponds will, over time, kind of come off the feeders some and go to doing what they're supposed to be doing, and that's eating bluegill. They'll still come sometimes. We still see them we've seen them up to a pound coming up, still eating feed. So, but yeah, really good nutrition.
So it's great to have this if you're stocking smaller bass, feeding them until they can get to where they can really eat some bluegill.
That's right, and they'll convert that fish food a lot better than they'll convert bluegill, so you'll be putting weight on them too.
So hopefully that was some useful information for y'all as far as what you need to be putting in your fish feeders. So now we're going to go over to the other side of the pond, install this feeder on the bank as opposed to the dock right here. I'll show you the differences in the setup. You have to do a little bit differently if you're putting on a dock versus the bank. We'll also run some of this small food through there, kind of show you what it looks like broadcasting it out into the water. So when we're installing one on the dock,
this is my favorite part, having a pet as a turtle. Not only having a pet as a fish, a cat, a dog, or a bird, everything else, but having a turtle feel like your main best friend, long life. A turtle life way longer than a dog life or a cat life. Some turtle species out there, everyone should buying a turtle that having a long lifespan, so we can pet it as
Hey guys, I'm down here with the homemade salad today that I made for the turtles. Turtles are everywhere and they are looking really hungry, so we're gonna see if they like the salad today.
Or we can just making a small
They can't really eat out of the bowl, so I'm gonna spread it along this wooden plank.
Yes, like that. Or we can make a small palm or a small leg behind our house and petting the
All
turtle.
spread out, and look, they're already crawling up here.
Just like them, very much like them.
Seven is here, he wants a bite of the salad.
They
Got a shad.
Yeah, they really like this food very much. We should making a palm or making a small leg
Emerald climbed up the bank.
behind our home. We should make our small leg, a small river lake
Got a crouton.
behind our house, behind our home, in our backyard. Making a pet turtle live freely in our water behind our home, petting them, feeding them, do small kindness every day like that. It's very wonderful and enjoyable life. And I very
mouthful.
yes, like that. And I'm very look toward to that how that having a pet turtle behind their house, petting them, loving the family or the turtle. Having a whole
Get a
family
little big piece of carrot.
like the carrots.
Melon's climbing up the bank.
Helping
For
the
those
whole
who don't know, melon right here is a melanistic red-eared slider.
helping a whole family of turtle living behind our yard is so wonderful.
Come on, melon.
Turtle like that are so wonderful. Feeding them, loving them, treating
Got
them,
some spinach.
give them food, snack, and let them live with us alongside us. Just our pets, it look wonderful. And it's a small kindness that I do usually do. And it's harmless. It's a harmless
She didn't
animal.
like the lettuce too much. She wanted a fish pellet.
Yeah, some animals love fish, and some turtle love fish, some turtle love fruit stuff. Easy than having a pet chicken. Easy than having a pet as a cow or a buffalo. They are small and lovely. And we shoot
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's like 11 or 12 turtles.
more than 12 turtles out there, I guess.
The
And
tank wants a bite of the salad.
yes, salad stuff. And we should study about the doctors first. Study about turtle, what they behave like, what they like, how they living, how much temperature in the river.
Missed it. He's like laying on top of it.
Make sure that they not make sure they not easily to get sick. Protect their heel, protect their hair, their heel body, their living, their space, clean everything, take care, bring them like our pet fish, like I petting my fish pet most of the time, just like that. How lovely they are, like eating the carrots, watermelon, salad, fish stuff. Smell like fish when it's making the fish. Our salad, our snack fruit stuff, cherry or strawberry, we smell like fish when we making the fish, make the turtle feel like it.
Tank is back again.
Yeah, the tank come back to eat some salad again. And when we mixing our fruit salad and stuff, we get a ball like that with some fruit, sweet fruit or they are mixing with the
Oh,
fish.
he just bulldozed him
It
over.
helping the turtle have a lot appetite eating those stuff and make them our pet. Just how lovely they are. And don't forget to look after the generation, the baby, talking about the baby turtle. They are very cute. Look after the baby turtle too. Don't forget about it. And make them a little bit large space and large water, ground land behind our yard. Have water, small lake behind our yard, letting them
Melon is
live.
crawling all over the salad.
Crawling all over the salads, crawl over their food stuff, look so lovely. And don't forget to make the clean space and making their home behind our yard a little bit bigger so they have a freedom, live with their friend.
There you go, Melon. Got 4 turtles climbing up to eat the salad.
Don't buy much turtle, buy only one couple or turtle and creating them to live with us. Make a whole family of turtle.
Tank got a piece of lettuce.
That's right, the tank. The tank got back to the lake. It go back to its home space again, letting their friends come and enjoy their food left.
He just climbed right on the salad.
He doesn't like salad that much, I guess. He's looking for something else, I think. Something more sweet.
He's
Like-
climbing all over it.
Like watermelons, they like watermelon and mango and stuff. Especially strawberry.
I would say that the turtles definitely enjoyed their salad. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna leave it down here. I'm gonna put it right next to the bank, and they'll probably crawl up here at night and tomorrow
Yes.
and eat it all. So
Perhaps they are
leave it down
scared.
here for
They are
them.
scared the camera. They scared
Tank
to
is already eating it.
They all scared to the cameraman, so they couldn't eat much. Let them have their space a bit.
Thank y'all for watching. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this with the turtles. I will see y'all next time.
Lovely, very lovely.
English English sing. Growing a tree. This is an apple tree. 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 This is a seed. 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 First, we plant the seed. Then, the seed sprouts. Sprout. Sprout.
Yes, I have
A tree absorbs water through its roots.
correct.
Root. Root. As the tree grows, the trunk becomes thicker and harder.
And
Trunk.
very helpful.
Trunk.
It help our life a lot.
This tree has many branches. Branch.
Helpful to every animal out there.
Leaves grow on the branches.
A lifesaver tree.
Leaf. Flower. Flower. The petals have fallen from the tree. Petal. Petal. This tree bears good fruit.
Let's take some apple
Fruit.
and share to everyone.
Fruit.
Let's sharing our apple.
Can that apple become a tree too?
Yes, it can.
Review.
After growing
Branch.
apple trees, we can share our apple to everyone
Flower.
too.
Fruit.
Sharing our fruits,
Leaf.
not only apple fruit, every fruit out there
Petal.
that can grow.
Root. Seed.
Need it.
Sprout.
Need to watering it every day.
Tree.
Need to take caring it.
Trunk.
Look aftering it.
Start to water moderately during the pre-flowering period. Keep doing this until 40 to 50% of the tree is full of flowers, and then water regularly from flowering stage to fruit formation until a few weeks or a month left before harvesting the mangoes. During this time, start to water moderately again. Mango tree care. Feed it with a balanced fertilizer when actively growing. At the beginning of the blooming season, decrease the amount of nitrogen and select a fertilizer with high potassium and phosphorus content. For plentiful fruits, go for citrus fertilizers like 8392 mix available in the market. Continuous pinching when your plant is young encourages bushier growth. The mango tree doesn't require a lot of pruning every year. However, it's necessary to remove dead, diseased, and entangled branches that are causing the lack of air circulation and penetration of sunlight to control its shape and health. The best time to prune is after the harvest. Common pests that attack a mango tree are hoppers, mealybugs, scale, and spider mites. They reduce the vigor of the tree, which causes fewer fruits. These must be controlled as early as possible using organic or chemical pesticides. Growing a mango tree in cold climates. If you live in a colder region, use a dark-colored pot because the mango tree loves the warmth, and black color has a tendency to absorb heat. Make sure your pot has sufficient drainage holes because a mango tree doesn't appreciate a moist, waterlogged growing medium. Also, you'll need to cover the pot with bubble wrap when the temperature starts to dip. In winter, moving your mango tree's pot in a greenhouse or indoors is a good idea if you're not growing it in a frost-free area. Place it in a room near a south-facing window which receives at least some amount of direct sunlight during the day. Try to warm up the room using grow lights and special temperature-raising halogen lights. Harvesting a mango tree. After flowering, mango fruits start to ripen within the next 3 to 4 months. It all depends on the climate and the variety you're growing. In hot and humid climates, fruits ripen fast. Pluck fruits when their scent becomes sweet and tempting. You can harvest unripe fruits too. These are used in making sherbet, pickles, chutneys, and curries. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.
thought we'd try something a little bit different with this avocado and actually transplant it today. So rather than waiting until it has leaves like the other plant, hopefully this will mean that it doesn't have as much transplant shock, but I guess time will tell. We'll see later on in the next update if it's more successful than the other one or not. Hopefully it doesn't kind of slow it down too much, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, we'll check up again in one final update to see what the results are and which method ended up being best. Alright you guys, so we have the final results of the avocado growing, and as you can see there's quite a difference in the trees on either side of me. So these are the trees that were grown directly in soil, and they're much larger, much more vigorous than the ones grown in the water and toothpick method. As you can see, this tree is looking absolutely amazing. It's grown with a huge amount of vigor and it has nice big leaves to it. It's really just pumping up the growth, and it has been ever since we saw the top sprout. You guys would have noticed earlier that this one sprouted a lot earlier than this one, but because of the transplant shock and everything, this tree did suffer quite a bit and was wilted for a while before it kind of perked back up, and so that really kind of put it on the back foot and let this one just take over. The thing is with growing them directly in soil is a lot of people do end up failing because they can take a little while to show the top, and although a lot might be happening under the ground for the roots, you may not know about it and you may start to neglect your tree. So if you do want to grow them in soil, do just persist with it. Make sure you keep your plant watered and don't kind of let it dry out, because once they do start to poke their head through the surface, they just take off and they grow really, really fast. As for this one here, you can see it's looking nice and healthy, and this is a Hass avocado compared to the other Hass avocado. And this is obviously the one that was grown with the toothpick method. And as you can see, a lot shorter, but still really nice and healthy. And this one was transplanted before he had his top growing, just when he had his roots. It seems to be growing well, it hasn't really slowed down too much. But yeah, a little bit of a difference there. This one may end up catching up to the one grown just directly in soil, but time will tell that. But yeah, I'm just stoked to see some kind of clear results that this method does seem to work better. Obviously our sample size is only 4, so if you did this with maybe 100, you would actually have a true answer as to which method is better. But as you can see with this method, you don't have the disturbance that you need when you grow them directly in water and then have to transplant them. So naturally, if these ones do sprout, they should grow really well for you. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you have, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Hopefully this has inspired you to have a go growing your own little avocado tree. And even if you do decide to grow an avocado with the toothpicks in the water, it is a lot of fun, and I do recommend, having a go with it anyway, instead of just throwing the pit away. If this is the way that's going to work for you, then do it. It's a cool way to see that whole seed just come to life and shoot the roots out and then start growing at the top. It is a really cool way to do it. If you want a tree that's hopefully going to grow with more vigor, then perhaps this is the method for you. It's really up to personal preference, but let me know down in the comments what you guys are going to try and what your results are. I'd be really keen to find out. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I look forward to seeing you in one of my other experiments or one of my other growing videos. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
From the sky, Falcon Ridge Farm in Westminster may look like a regular orchard, but take a closer look at the neat rows of nicely pruned trees, and you'll notice something unusual.
We have just about everything known to man out here. You name it, we're going to grow it.
In the 2 decades since Stanton Gill and his wife Nancy McBride started this now 105-acre operation, they've grown to specialize in a little bit of everything.
I'm a scientist, so I love experimenting with new things and trying out different things and pushing the edge.
During our visit in late July, Stanton gave us a tour of their eclectic orchard, which might hold the world record for the most types of fruit grown in one place. In just half an hour, we saw donut peaches, regular peaches, Japanese heart nuts, figs, hardy kiwis, quince, currants, Asian pears, oranges, lemons, apples, shiro plums, valor plums, dancing plums, beach plums. The list goes on and on.
Our philosophy in our orchard is we're selling at farm markets, we sell to high-end restaurants, and we'll sell to caterers. We don't grow huge quantities of anything.
But by growing a little bit of everything, they've found their niche.
Currants. In our orchard, having a diverse number of plums or pears or apples, whatever, that all come in different times works better for our markets.
Since each type of fruit requires unique attention, Stanton constantly looks for ways to improve.
We keep records on everything, not only information about what it yields, but also what we're selling it for, so we can do a cost analysis on that to see, is that really worthwhile to pursue? Because we're running a business.
Sometimes that leads to unorthodox methods, such as growing trees under plastic.
So here we have a high tunnel. This is 30 feet wide. It's 16.5 feet high at the peak. And we're growing apricots in here. We grow cherries in here. We have figs and blueberry, all growing under this high tunnel. What we're doing is deflecting all the rainwater off the plants. That reduces disease incidence in here. All the water is controlled by putting it through a trickle irrigation system.
By keeping the treetops dry and shutting out the bugs and birds, it significantly reduces the amount of chemicals needed to grow these sometimes temperamental fruits.
So the big advantage is you can get by pretty close to organic in a situation like this. Much more difficult to do that outdoors with our high humidity and our rains that we have in Maryland if you're growing fruit.
Falcon Ridge Farm practices integrated pest management, which combines a variety of tools and strategies to protect their crops.
It's really a science-based method. We'll use the best parts of organic, but we will use chemicals when needed. But we use them only when needed, and we pinpoint to what the problem is. We're very conscious of pollinators and also for beneficial insects. So we try and use the good guys as much as possible and not impact them as much as possible by selecting what we're using on here.
And as if the farm wasn't enough, Stanton also works as an entomologist and integrated pest management specialist for the University of Maryland Extension. Plus, he's a college professor too.
Well, I use the whole farm as an education tool. When I'm teaching my classes at Montgomery College for the accredited classes, I will bring the students out here and show them how you grow it, how you harvest it, what's the problems you need to anticipate. All those different aspects are used in the teaching element.
He and his wife Nancy also act as informal educators every weekend at the Only Farmers Market, where loyal customers rush to buy their specialty produce before it sells out.
They know their fruit, they know their business very well. If you ask Stanton about the different varieties of fruit that they've got, he can tell you all about them and how it all works. You know, Nancy is a fabulous baker, and she knows a lot of that sort of thing and a lot of other things too, and they're just wonderful people to talk to too.
You come here and you get to sometimes try a huckleberry. I didn't know what that was, and it's like delicious. Or the most ripe apricots or plums that you can't get anywhere else, and that's why I like to try the different things.
And different is what Falcon Ridge Farm does best, because where there's a will, they'll find a way to grow it.
Just the whole farm experience is fun. I love it when someone says you can't do that. Definitely there's work involved. It's got its challenges, of course, but everything that's put in front of you is a problem. It's one you can solve. So that's probably part of the fun of it, besides producing something that's delicious like this.
Hi, thanks for watching Maryland Farm and Harvest. If you like this story, leave us a comment. If you want to see more, check out our playlists. We've got videos of cute animals, big machines, delicious farm-to-table recipes, and more.